Finally, I have the missing piece and the world needs to know about it.
It's really life-changing work.
And just share who I really am, and even just embracing who I really am.
My life changed so fast.
Good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at and when you are joining us for our beautiful weekly wake up here on Wednesday. Hello, hello, hello to all my people who are here with us every week. Welcome to anybody who is new. Welcome back to anybody that has not been with us in a while. We are so happy to have you here, to spend this time with you, and to do some of the work on getting out all of the stuff that blocks us from getting the good things we want in life. That's what we're all about here on the Weekly Wake Up. It's about coming back to you, coming back to your truth. And in order to do that, we often have to remove the stuff that's standing in our way. And we do that through emotional expression, because if you're trying to let it go, but you're not expressing what's in there, it's not going anywhere. And it's sitting in there, keeping you from where you want to go. So this is your space, your time for us to come together and to really work on getting all of this out. So hello, hello, hello to all of you that are saying hello. I am so happy to be here with you guys. It is freaking cold here in Texas today, so I am not in my back office because it doesn't have heat. It has a little space heater, but it's cold back there. So we moved into the regular house. So we're doing it from here. Today, we are focusing on removing doubt and the other shoe is falling thoughts. So does anybody have those? Anybody? Where like things are going good, but like in the back of your head, you're like, oh God, when's it going to end? When's the goodness going to stop? When's it going to get messed up? Or things are going in your way and you just keep thinking, oh, but what if it changes? Oh no, what if, right? Just have these feelings. Jessica, I'm so glad you're back. I know I just said welcome back to anybody who hasn't been here in a while, because we keep having a bunch of you. Yeah, so Sarah, right? You, despite the tapping, you still have that feeling, right? Anybody else feel like you often have to validate yourself? Right? Like you're always trying to prove to people that you're not wrong. You're sometimes going around in your head thinking like, wait, was I wrong here? No, I was right. No, was I wrong? No. And we don't know, but we feel like we were right, but maybe we were wrong, but maybe we were right. Do you ever feel like not telling people everything means you're holding secrets back? That was a big one for me. I used to think like, and this was very much from my programming as a child, right? Like this idea that I had to tell my parents everything. And if I didn't tell them everything, well, I was hiding stuff. I had secrets, and hiding things are bad. And so much of my life I went through where when I wouldn't tell people things, they would get mad at me. Like I was like holding back. And it took me a long time in my life to really look back and be like, wait a second, I didn't have to tell you that. Like, why are you mad at me for not telling you about things in my life that like, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't need to tell you about my life unless I want to. But that's often not the culture we grow up in. And so we often have this underlying like feeling of doubt in ourselves, this feeling of like the world's coming down on us. And then it's reinforced a lot by society. You know, whenever I watch shows, like TV shows and stuff like that, like it's always amazing to me that it's very few shows you watch that actually have true happy endings. Most of them, because they like to have cliffhangers and things to suck you back in, everything seems like it's finally all coming together. And then boom, other shoe drops, other shoe drops, other shoe drops. And so we've been seeing this over and over and over and over and over again in our life. And we wonder why we have this underlying feeling of like, oh shit, it's going to go wrong. Oh shit, I'm going to mess everything up. And we're often kind of taught that when we're little. You mess everything up. You mess everything up. Yeah, the big almost, as Libby says in the writing world, right? We're sold this narrative because it sucks our brain in it. Hijacks our dopamine and keeps us on this cycle. And so because that's what we see, because that's what we're programmed and conditioned to see over and over again, we start to think, well, this is just how life is. But that's not how life is. Life was never meant to be only good things happen for a little bit of time and then it all goes to shit. That's just the narrative we see and the narrative we've begun to believe. So today, let's work on clearing some of this out. So if you guys are new to this little weekly wake up that we do, we use a technique called the rapid relief technique that gets down deep into our core beliefs, our core coding, which is on your DNA, our core emotions that are what reinforce our programming and our DNA. And we actually use it to express what's in there, get it out of our body so that we can actually start changing things. You can spend all the time you want trying to change your mindset, trying to say the affirmations and all that. But if we don't get to the deeper layer and get this stuff out, it's not going to work. So that's what we do here. And it's easy. You just tap. It's a form of tapping. So if you know tapping, it's a little different. We use it differently. We say kind of raw and real things that need to come out of our bodies because it's in there. Whether you want to believe it or not, friends, it's in there. Whether you want to give it a voice or not, it's in there. If you're having the anxiety, if you're seeing it happen in your life, it's in there. And the only way to actually get it out is to fully express it. Not change it to a better feeling thought, not do any of those. It's still in there. We got to get it out of there. So the tapping helps us get it, go in there and kind of put a vibration to get it deeper and shake it up and get it out. And then we express it out together. And if you have any questions on this method, you can go out of when you leave the weekly wake up in the main part of the app. I actually have a 3-module tutorial for free called the Rapid Relief Accelerator course. You can also join our membership for $97 a month. And in there, I go through it as well, along with a whole bunch of stuff to help clean out all the crap you're holding on to. And we just go like this. And every morning we meet here to get it out of our bodies. Because you guys are constantly stimulated. Every day, every moment, there's so much stimulation. And our body uses our emotions to come back to balance. But both of us don't use our emotions to come back to balance. We stuff them. And it makes it even worse. This is our spot to use them and come back to balance. It's our weekly wake up, our ability to get them out and wake up. Okay, so it's easy. You just tap with moderate pressure and you repeat after me and you do whatever feels good in your body. You cry, you yell, you do whatever, you shake, whatever's coming up, let yourself do it. This is your space. If you need to pause what I'm doing for a second and go into a whole nother story that needs to come out of your body, do it. Do it. When we come to the calming part, if you're not ready, keep on going. Come back to the calming part later. I'm just giving you the blueprint. You do you, boo. You do you. All right. So let's start removing some of this doubt and the other shoe is falling thoughts. Just come back to your body for a minute. Call yourself back. Sometimes I say, Sarah, come back to me. I tell myself it's safe, and you guys can start tapping and saying this. It's safe to feel whatever I need to feel right now. It's safe to let out of my body what's ever in here, whatever whatever needs to leave, whatever's holding me back, what's ever stopping my evolution, I'm ready to release it. Right here, right now, with all of you. I can do this. It's safe to feel all of this. It's safe to express all of this. It's safe to be fully me and let go of whatever I need to let go of right now. I feel like in my life, and just repeat after me, guys, things always get messed up. They always get messed up. And remember, if this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It won't stick while we're tapping. But say it anyways, because sometimes it's deep in there and we don't even know. I always feel like I mess it up. Things get good. Things get real good. And then somehow I mess it up. I always mess things up. I remember being a little kid and I could just never get it right. I always felt like I did something wrong. I always felt like I did something wrong. I was always blamed for so many things. Oh, that one got me. So much blame. So much blame. People always blaming me for things that weren't my fault. People always blaming me when I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong with me. I did nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong with me. Stop blaming me. Stop blaming me. Stop blaming me for all these things. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. And say these things like you mean it, guys. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm so sick of people thinking I did. I'm so sick of having to validate myself. I don't have to tell people everything. I don't have to tell people everything. I'm a grown-ass person. I don't have to validate myself to you anymore. I don't have to validate myself to you anymore. I don't have to validate my wants and my whys. I don't have to validate myself anymore. I don't have to tell you everything. Stop making me tell you everything. And stop making me feel bad when I don't. I'm not responsible for your emotions. I'm not responsible for your emotions. Stop making me responsible for you. Stop blaming me for how you feel. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. You make me feel bad about myself. God, sometimes I feel so bad about myself. I feel so bad about myself. I feel like I'm such a shitty, stupid person. I feel so bad sometimes about myself. I feel so bad about myself. And I shouldn't. The world's told me I should. The world's told me I've done things wrong. Always feel like I've done something wrong, missed something. Makes me think I can do these things, these big things in my life. But I can't. I think I can do these things, but I just can't. I think I can do these things, but I just can't. I think I can do these things, but I just can't. I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm so freaking weak. I should be ashamed of myself for how weak I can be, how weak and whiny and ridiculous I can be, and how much I mess everything up. I always mess everything up. And it makes me unlovable. It makes me unlovable. It makes me unlovable. I can't do this. I can't. I can't. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I'll always just mess things up. Good things will come to me, and that other fucking shoe will always fall. There's always something lurking around the corner to ruin everything. There's always something just waiting to ruin everything. It'll all get ruined eventually. It always does. It'll all get ruined eventually. It always does. It'll all get ruined eventually. It always does. This is the next one I say gets me almost every time. It can't be this good. Yep, every time it gets me. It can't be this good for me. It can't be this good. It can't be this good. It can't be this easy. It can't be this good for me. Not for me. Maybe for other people. But it can't be this good. It can't be this easy. It can't be this good. It can't be this easy. But what if it can? What if it can be this good for me? What if it can be even better? What if I actually don't mess things up? What if it actually wasn't my fault? What if I actually don't need to validate who I am and what I want to everybody else? What if it's okay to just be me? What if I don't have to have any excuses? What if I can just live my life? And what if it gets to get better and better and better and better and better and better and better? What if it gets to just get better and better and better? I can do these things. I can do this life. It can be good for me. The other shoe is not going to fall. The other shoe is not going to fall. It won't get ruined. It won't get ruined. It won't get ruined. Okay, I want you guys to take a deep breath in. I'm going to play a song for our calming, connecting part. If you are still having emotions, if there is still stuff showing up, just keep on going. You can just mute me and you can just move on to this part later on. We don't want to stop the emotions when they're flowing. But and for all of you guys who have Spotify, if you ever, you can always just Google Hey You Human, and we have a Hey You Human playlist on Spotify. So any song I ever play from here is on here. If I can find it. Where are you? Oh, it's not even on here. So this is one I have to, let's see. This is one I'll have to add. But I just want to play a song. Let's and you guys, I've played this song for you before. It's Oceans, Where My Feet May Fail. It's actually a Christian song, and I don't necessarily push Christianity or anything like that. I am very neutral. We have people of all walks and religions on here. But one of the biggest things about allowing good into our life, one of the things about really releasing this need to validate ourselves is trusting ourselves. And this song talks a lot about trust, talks a lot about trusting ourselves and the universe. And there's even and the words are just really beautiful. It's called Oceans by Hillsong United. It may fail, but it just talks about trusting this, trusting that it can be this good for us, trusting that we're worthy of good, that we don't ruin things, that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There never has been, and there never will be. There is nothing wrong with you. And if no one's ever told you that, I'm telling you it now. There is nothing wrong with you. You don't procrastinate too much. You don't ruin things. You don't mess things up. You don't forget things. You're just uniquely you on your path of evolution. And are you growing and learning and transforming along the way? Of course you are. But that doesn't mean because you're somebody different next year than you were last year, that there was anything wrong with you back there. It just means you decided to evolve. Just like there was nothing wrong with a caterpillar before it became a butterfly. It was just a caterpillar. So don't forget that. Stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking you deserve punishment. You don't. Okay. Repeat after me as we just listen to this song. Well, first let's just take some breaths and just listen to the words. And really sing this song as you're singing it to yourself. I am yours and you are mine. And just take a moment to reconnect with your body, with your breath. Just allow yourself to believe a little bit deeper. And repeat after me. I get to have good things in my life. Good things are always coming to me. It always gets to be good. I trust myself. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. And there never, ever, ever has been. touch your human while you say this. Touch any part of your body that you hate, that you keep trying to change right now. And remind yourself that even if you desire change, there's nothing wrong with you. Not one part of you. Remind your humanness. There is nothing wrong with you. Repeat after me. There is nothing wrong with me. And there never has been. I am not a mess. I'm a human, evolving and growing. And I am incredible. I am incredible. I am loved. I am smart. I am capable. I am trustworthy. I am deserving. And I get to have a good life. I am a good person. I am a good person. And goodness gets rewarded in this world. I don't have to validate myself. I don't have to tell people anything I don't want to. I get to live my life how I want because I want to. And I love this verse of the song. Lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the water. We are capable of so much, beautiful humans. Those dreams that live on your heart, they live on your heart because you want that experience. And you don't need to have reasons and validations as to why. It might just be your experience. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Believe in your goodness. Believe in the goodness that gets to come into your life and surround you. And just take those last couple deep breaths. Touching that human of yours. Reminding yourself that it always gets to be good. Things work out in your favor. You are incredible. And life has your back. And I do too. And so do the beautiful people of this community. Just breathing that in. Taking some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. And just feeling the good. Thinking of the good things that have happened into your life. Let's just have a moment of gratitude. So much of the world suffers, but we are not suffering right here, right now. We are all here together. We all have access to technology to be together, which is amazing. We have so many blessings in so many ways. Just taking a moment to thank our human, to thank each other for showing up for ourselves, for showing up for each and every one of us. what power it is for all of us to be here, doing the work, connecting to ourselves together. That's power. Allowing your body to just relax, to be in this moment of gratitude, of love, of thankfulness. Thankful for the earth, for the air we breathe, for the moments we have together. Thankful for our body that knows how to bring us back to balance through the emotions. Thankful for our tears, our voice. Thankful for each and every moment that we get to walk upon this realm. Whether it be in happiness or sadness, it's a blessing. Remembering that, coming back to that deep remembering. We've forgotten. We've forgotten the blessing it is to be here, to be human, to experience human, all of it. Remember who you are. Remember what you get to do. You get to get everything you want. You get to be whoever you want. You get to live how you desire. Remember that. Remember your power. Remember your strength. Remember your goodness. And remember that you get to be surrounded in so much goodness. Taking a few more deep breaths in, coming back to reality with me when you're ready, opening those eyes, shaking that body out. Just feeling good. Just feeling good. And remember, guys, as you go through your day today, when those tiny little thoughts come up, use this. Use it. I had a moment the other day where after I wrote an email, for some reason, I had all this feeling come up in me. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why? And I just kind of went into it. I have this feeling. I don't know what it is, but I feel off. Why? What's in here? It was a very little thing, but that little thing was a rather big discovery. Use those little tiny things that come up, guys. That's how you keep doing the work. That's how you keep the good constantly coming in. All right, beautiful humans. I love you. You are amazing. Those of you in our membership, I will see you tomorrow for our daily dose of inspiration. Those who are in our free community, I will see you next week here on the Weekly Wake Up. And if you aren't in our membership yet, come get in. All the good stuff to help you clean this stuff out faster, to help you reconnect sooner. We're starting to add breath work in there, live breath work sessions twice monthly. It just keeps getting better and better in the membership. So I love you guys. You're amazing. And I will see you all soon.